Hi again, everybody, and welcome into the 2024 Hart Men's Soccer Media Day. Great to have you here. I'm your host, Nick Vassos. I am the play-by-play voice of the Kansas City Comets of the Major Arena Soccer League, as well as television anchor at Fox 4 in Kansas City. Let's welcome in our next university, and it is Mount Mercy University. And we get to chat with head coach Amir Hadzic, as well as his goalkeeper, Alex Quende. Welcome into both of you. It's great to see you guys. How's it going?
Going great. Thank you for having us, Nick. This is an exciting time of year. Lots of new faces, a preseason time, and you played soccer for a long time, so you know how excited we are, each preseason.
Well, we have to start out with this. Coach, this is year number 29 for you. First off, congratulations. That is just remarkable. I'm wondering how this group is shaping up to be a memorable one for you. What qualities do you see in this group, Coach?
Well, we have lots of new players, so it's kind of happening on a national stage, like with NILs and stuff like that. So I think we are all forced kind of to revamp our rosters year after year after year.
Mm.
So with that in mind, we have greeted 32 new players. Very exciting group. We kind of strengthened the positions we needed to strengthen. We addressed some issues that we had in the past. So it's pretty exciting to see how that will shape up. Obviously, first few days was tough with two-a-day practices, conditioning. We didn't have a chance to play much. So I'm still kind of assessing, and hopefully in a couple of weeks we will have better picture and clear picture where to go.
All right, very good. Coach, if you would please introduce Alex, your goalkeeper, and describe what he means to your team.
Well, Alex came here. This will be his third year at Mount Mercy. He came as a goalkeeper, obviously from country rich in soccer. Just won recent Euros. Spain, and he played youth soccer there, and we connected several years ago. And when he came here, it's very unusual. With goalkeepers, you're always looking for 6'3", 6'2" guy, and Alex is not that kind of guy. He's like my height, 5'9", 5'10", on a good day. And we didn't know what to anticipate. But Alex compensates that with unparalleled feel for the game, foot skills that are better than many of our field players, his vision, his leadership, communication. It was clear to us. We had some great goalkeepers over the years, but Alex stepped up right away and won that spot. Last year he battled a little bit with injury at the beginning of the year. We didn't know, because we were testing other keepers how it was shaped up. But when Alex stepped on a goal, we won about 7, 8 games in a row. So that tells you, I know it's team sport, but when you have that anchor in the back that defense trusts, that's amazing. In addition to that, I don't know if you knew that, Nick, but Alex was named last year as a recipient of the highest prestigious award for academics as well in our conference. So he's the winner on the men's side of the highest GPA, the best student in the entire Heart of America conference. So to manage those two things so successfully, it's amazing treat, and I'm just so excited he will be with us additional 2 seasons, 2 years.
Wow, that is really impressive. Uh, and Alex, as Coach has pointed out here, you're from Faro, Spain. Wondered if you might be able to share in your own words what your soccer journey has been like from over in Europe to the place where you are now at Mount Mercy.
When I start playing, I start like in a small town like it's called Ferrol. That is small in Spain. Here is probably like the city of Cedar Rapids. But
Oh,
I start playing in a club that is called Racing de Ferrol, that right now is in the second division of Spain. And I
oh,
grew
okay.
up like playing in almost all of the young categories. I also was like one game with the professional team, and then after that, I went to another team that is close to Ferrol that is called Somozas. I played there one season, and then I came here to play in the Mustangs.
All right, we got to get your take on this. How how much did you enjoy your home country winning the Euros? Where were you at, and what was your reaction?
I enjoy it too much because, like, since I'm here, I have a lot of friends from all over the world. So I was talking with them also about the Euro Cup, not just with Spanish. So when we beat Germany, when we beat France, stuff like that, you enjoy more because you are beating your friends also. So I was during the semifinals also on Turkey. So I was also watching the game there, and like I saw like a lot of countries were thinking that Spain should win. So for me, that was like impressive that the people think that we are playing the better football of all over the Europe.
That is interesting. Very exciting for sure. Um, Coach, I'm going to turn back to you here for a second. And looking at your roster, you've got players from all over the world. You've been at this for a long time. I'm curious, how do you take players who have different backgrounds culturally, and they all come together as one group? How do you mold that into one unit as you get ready to start the season?
Yeah, it's always a challenging task, Nick. So we last year we had players from 23 countries in our team. I mean, Heart of America is particularly in soccer. I think both men's and women's really diverse kind of group of teams, and we are not exception to any other team. I think at least on the men's side that we know. So for us, for me as a coach, doing this for so long, that first few weeks is always challenging because how somebody, let's say from Spain or Jamaica, sees soccer or relationship with teammates, or how do they play the game or approach practice is completely different than maybe somebody from Germany or Sweden, and or Australia, So there's always some kind of little glitches. Most of the time are small, not soccer related things like punctuality and stuff like that. I will give you example. We bus leaves at 10 o'clock. We have guys from Portugal showing up at 10:05 thinking this is okay, it's close to 10 o'clock, and then you need to kind of say, hey, you need to respect everybody's time. And first time we are kind of understanding, but if it continues, then we need to be much tougher and just live without them. Uh, so it is challenging, and we kind of made our teams. In many teams, there's one country or one kind of culture that is dominant, and I kind of realized coaching this long that doesn't work always in your favor. Is it that players use different language on the field, or it's not always beneficial for the team? So we have really 5, 6 players from Spain, 3, 4 from Portugal, 4, 5 from Japan, from former Yugoslavia, Croatia, Serbia, around 4 or 5 guys. So, there is no dominant group. So when these groups kind of work together and kind of mesh is much better. And once it clicks, Nick, it's really beautiful. So it is kind of challenging, but once you see the fruits, like when we played last year, how we played in early October, and we were really challenging to win the conference. I was like, wow, who would think 3 weeks ago we just kind of met some of these guys, and now everybody's doing well. So
Uh,
that's kind
uh,
of beginning is tough, but when it works out well, it's really enjoyable and really rewarding.
I love that. I love that, Coach. Pardon me. Pardon me. I have one more for both each of you. And Coach, this one's for you. You are the chair of the Heart Men's Soccer Coaches Group, and you've enjoyed that opportunity helping lead a group of new policies and procedures. Are you this group here? What have you seen? What can you do to make the Heart a better conference and make each of these schools more competitive in what already is a great conference?
Yeah, it is a great conference, and as you know, we are adding a couple of amazing teams, at least in men's soccer, amazing schools as well. So it will be even more challenging. It's kind of grind and everything else. We have experienced core of coaches, Missouri Valley, Mid American Nazarene, Park, who are doing this for a long period of time. We have some really talented upcoming coaches in the Grandview or Benedictine or William Penn, or that really kind of want to learn, and they are not shy to ask questions and learn, and they are really progressing well. They're already on a national stage with many of their teams. So it's really great to see how we are passing that baton to the younger generation. In terms of being a chair and rater, for last several years, it's great that we have oversight committees and we involve those younger coaches to be with us. So one day when it's time for them to take over these responsibilities, they will be ready because we worked really closely together all these years. I think that we have an amazing group of coaches. Year after year, our coaches are winning national coaches awards or regionals at least. I'm always proud of our group. When we go to national convention, of soccer coaches, we are always represented with the highest number of all conferences. We have people on the really high committees kind of within the soccer and then NAIA. So it's kind of wonderful to work in such an environment when we push each other, but we also support each other as coaches.
Oh, that's fantastic. And Benny, we'll end with you on this one since we talked about, you being from Europe and having so many contacts from around the world. What's it like playing with your teammates here in America? And also what's it like having so many former teammates and people that are following your career in Europe as well? You've got a lot of friends from all over the globe. It must be a lot of fun to see all that support.
Yeah, it's kind of we have lots of alumni that kind of now can watch with the live streams and everything else matches. We have several people who signed professional contracts. We are closely following their progress, and it's amazing. We have our former goalkeeper Gor Kempf, who works for Bayern Munich now, and he oftentimes zooms in with our team, and shares his experiences. Wow. And it's kind of inspirational for us that we have somebody from our team, working for one of the biggest clubs in the world. I didn't know Bayern employs over 10,000 people. Can you imagine that? So he's working in IT marketing department, but he shares with us how experience here and being in a sports management major shaped him up to become the person he is right now. So it's really amazing. And whenever I travel abroad, there's always alumni or parent or somebody who wants to meet and greet. And this summer was not exception. I was in Croatia for a big part of July. I stayed with my good friend who was Croatian national team coach Igor Tudor, who was until recently coach of Marseille and then Lazio. And he invites some friends, and it's kind of amazing, former teammates. I'm telling them about my American experience, and they are kind of, it's new to them, and it's kind of interesting that it goes both ways. And I visited a couple of also former players whose families really wanted to meet. So it was fun, kind of as always, traveling and meeting old players and their families.
I can only imagine the stories. They must be really, really good. I'd love to be a fly on the wall there. Coach, we're out of time. Alex, we're out of time. But head coach Amir Hadzic, Mount Mercy University, as well as goalkeeper Alex Quende. Both of you, thank you very much. We wish you the very best of luck this year in what is going to be another tough run through the Heart. Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much for having us, Nick.